Greetings to all Southern Cameroonians on Ground Zero and across the entire world. This is King H.M. Another interesting article that I saw from Mimi Mefo Info, which the title is Traditional Institutions Shouldn't Be Targets for Selling Selfish or Egoistic Political Scores. Apparently, a political party called Popular Action Party wants some new fame or some new action, whatever the reason why they decide to have their opinions on the killings of the chiefs inside northwest and southwest, inside southern Cameroon, inside Ambazonia. So the Popular Action Party, PAP, has condemned the recent kidnappings and killings of traditional authorities in northwest and southwest. And the president of the of PAP says that the act is unacceptable. This is really unbelievable. A political party that has been struggling to become recognizable inside Cameroon. Probably the reason why they decided to have the name as Popular Action Party, because it's not yet popular enough. So they are trying to grab space and make their party more popular by speaking about what is happening in a sovereign nation, a nation like Ambazonia that is fighting against radical regime like Republic of Cameroon that has encroached on our nation. So they say the killing of chiefs is unacceptable. Before these chiefs, or at least before some of these chiefs were killed, they had been warned. One was actually kidnapped to the point where they almost killed him, but because leaders in the diaspora intervened to give him a chance to make the right choice, he went back. One of that chief or fund that was, kidnapped or arrested, went back and decided to vote like the rest of the other chiefs. So they had enough time to be warned about their actions. And their actions have been very greedy, like most African leaders do. They don't think about the future. They don't give a damn about the future. So long as they can acquire, so long as they can obtain what they need to survive, and they let those who cannot fend for themselves, well, they have to fend for themselves or perish, because it's a dog eat dog world. You see, our traditional leaders and most of our leaders, if not all of our leaders in Africa, they act like dogs fighting for their own survival. Meanwhile, they're supposed to be lions, leaders who create a future for the young ones. But these so-called traditional leaders, traditional rulers, these so-called leaders, presidents, don't give a damn about the future. And because of that, they did not take into warning that was given to them by the authorities of Ambazonia by the authorities of southern Cameroon. So they have to face the consequences. So I don't care what these so-called Popular Action Party that's in La République de Cameroon is saying. As a matter of fact, this so-called president of Popular Action Parties stated that they condemn the killings in strongest terms, the extrajudicial killing, and irrespective of the other, that all lives matter. All lives are precious and priceless, says the Popular Action Party. All lives matter. You see, now this guy is trying to borrow a quotation that has been used by the popular group known as Blue Lives. When you talk about Blue Lives, you're talking about, the police who do the killing in the United States. That's Blue Lives Matters, and that has to go with the All Life Matters motives. The police in the United States kill mostly black people, unarmed black people. So they have the All Life Matter, and the blacks have the Black Lives Matter movement. Now, this guy, this so-called political party known as the Popular Action Party is now using this slogan to say all lives matters. All lives are precious and priceless, says the Popular Action Party. But I say this. When the teachers and lawyers were protesting, what did the military of La République de Cameroon do to those teachers? They beat the teachers and lawyers and arrested them. When southern Cameroonian citizens rose up with palm trees and protested, not even once, multiple times, even before the popular protests that arise in 2017 happened. What have they been doing to the citizens of southern Cameroon when they protest? They beat them like dogs, shoot at them, do whatever. But I'm quite sure the Popular Action Party did not speak then, because this issue that's happening inside southern Cameroon and La République of Cameroon did not start today. It started more than 50 something years, but it's been growing constantly because French Cameroonian citizens and French Cameroon government do not see the citizens of southern Cameroons as human beings. They see us as properties. They see us as things they can do as they please with. So we southern Cameroonians have been voicing our opinions. We've been voicing, what is happening. But the so-called high and mighty French Cameroonian government and French Cameroonian citizens didn't give a damn to listen, to the point where all possible avenues that needed to be used to bring out the issue that needed to be solved, they didn't listen. So now we're past beyond, dialogue. It's no longer dialogue, it's now action. Those chiefs were warned not to go for the election, but they went. But because they went for the election without listening, without hearing the warning that we gave them, this is the consequences they will have to face. Because of their greed, selfishness, because they put themselves first over southern Cameroonian citizens who have been suffering for more than 50 years. And the Popular Action Party did not say anything before then. But now they want to say, oh, we condemn the killings of chiefs. Well, those chiefs were not wise enough to see that President Paul Biya was using them as a tool to achieve his own goal. And they now have to face the consequences. Paul Biya is somewhere in his big house, whatever the name they call it. Those chiefs that voted will face the consequences. It's that simple. And using the motto as all life matters, all lives are precious and priceless. Motherfucker, did you guys think of that when you guys sent the military down on Southern Cameroon? Did you guys think that when President Paul Biya declared war on us? Did you think that all lives matter? You see, people tend to forget or only think about their own struggle. They don't think about everybody else. They don't. Popular Action Party, they have been struggling to get power in Cameroon. They're not popular enough to get power, and they will not get power so long as President Paul Biya is there on that chair. As they have tried, failed. There's nothing you can do to change the government inside La République Cameroon. We know that, and we have accepted that we cannot change the government because the government don't give a damn about the citizens of Southern Cameroon. And since we can't change, since we cannot influence, since we don't have the power, all we have to do is either shut up and take it as they give us, or stand up and fight for ourselves, which is exactly what we Southern Cameroonians are doing. We are standing up and fighting for ourselves. And those chiefs who refused to stand up and fight with us, who decided to join President Paul Biya in his game of politics because they were just pawns. You see, a lot of these chiefs, they think that they're gonna get whatever Paul Biya gives them, but they didn't look at the consequences. This is the consequences of going against Southern Cameroon, a sovereign nation. All the chiefs must be eradicated. All the chiefs must be wiped out. It's a strong message that we have to send to any other chief that comes after. Because if we wipe out when we wipe out all these chiefs, I'm quite sure President Paul Biya is going to look for another gullible fool to use so that he could, continue with his political game. But whoever comes after that will also face the consequences. Southern Cameroonian military forces must become powerful, because without power you can't do nothing to change the lives of Southern Cameroon. And there's nothing the so-called Popular Action Party can do. They may say the traditional institution should not be targets for selling selfish or egoistic political scores, be it failed CPDM, BR government, or the separatist interim government. But let me tell you something, Popular Action Party. The reason why we haven't targeted the leaders in the CPDM government is because for now they're out of our reach. The days are coming, months are coming, when they will be targeted as much as those chiefs and funds who decided to dance with President Paul Biya and neglect the interests of Southern Cameroon. Since they have decided to be part of La République du Cameroun, they are part of the enemy against Southern Cameroon, and they will be crushed. You say all lives matter? When has a Frenchman ever think about the lives Southern Cameroon. For 50 years, for more than 50 years, do they give a damn about the lives of Southern Cameroonians? No. They only see us as Anglo fools. They see us as a slave they can use to achieve their own goals. And us Southern Cameroonians can only grow as much as they allow us to grow. But no, action speaks louder than word. All those chiefs must be eliminated. And when we do that, all the forces of La République du Cameroon inside Southern Cameroon must be eliminated. And when we do that, that will also give us a chance to eliminate all those CPDM BR government members inside Southern Cameroon. And then when we do that, we will push the war across the Mongol, so that when French Cameroonians are feeling the heat of war, they will understand the pain that Southern Cameroonians are going through, because they don't understand and they don't give a damn about Southern Cameroon. You know, there's this simple universal law that most people don't give a damn about it. They will tell you about the Bible, they will tell you about the Quran, they will tell you about all types of holy books. But there's one universal law that I believe absolutely in. And this is it. Do unto others as you want others to do unto you. French Cameroonians and French Cameroon governments, shit, what have they been doing to us? What have they shown to us, Southern Cameroonians, that they are all about? Cruelty, greediness, selfishness. They are all about humiliating, dehumanizing us, because they see us as a minority. They see us as being weak. They see us as people they could trample over on. That's how they see us. They don't do unto us as they do unto themselves. No. They see themselves elevated, and they see us down on the bottom. They could treat us as they wish, as they want, as slaves that they bought. But now, enough is enough. For more than 50 years, we would struggle with the citizens and the government of La République du Cameroon to make things right. But they chose not to, because they think they're in power, because they feel that they're in power. They believe that they have the absolute power to do whatever they want to without the consequences. That this is a revolution, a radical revolution against the institution that has treated us bad. And our chiefs, they're just on the way. They're just on our way to getting our freedom. So in order for us to get our freedom, we need to crush them. Crush all the chiefs and then move forward to the next level of enemy that we need to crush, which will be the military forces all inside Southern Cameroon, and to push the war across the Mongols so that they feel the pain, they feel the wrath, they feel the agony of war that President Paul Biya decided to declare in Southern Cameroon. You think they're just an scapegoat? No. They're pawns. President Paul Biya used them to achieve his goal. And he doesn't give a damn who dies in his game. So all those leaders in the government, all those traditional rulers, all those councils who are working for President Paul Biya, they did it to themselves. They went against the people's wishes. This war is a war for liberation, freedom, and it won't stop until we achieve it. This is King H. I'm out.